Okay, let's dive into our second Charlie Christian lick. This one is in the key of F and plays through an F blues progression and really focuses on developing a long riff. So let's pull up the track and check this one out. Okay, let's take a look at this riff. I love this because what he's doing, we're in the key of F now, and I think that he's working out of basically this C shape in the key of F, if you're familiar with the caged patterns. And so he's kind of working off this triad here, this second inversion F triad. And he's utilizing that sixth again. So again, if you're playing major blues or minor blues, that sixth is really an important note. And what he does is establish this really cool chromatic riff. He's just basically going, and then building this line chromatically that goes up to the 5. And he does that through using these other two notes, the root and the sixth. So it's beautiful. It's almost like a little Bach line or something, a great melody, and of course it's swinging hard. So and something like that can be a very powerful addition to your playing, just coming up with a riff. He was so steeped in the blues and that whole, jump era of just riff-oriented music, the Kansas City sound and the Oklahoma City sound, that was a big part of his playing. So that can be something that you can really adapt to your playing. And then, of course, as he's setting up the 4 chord, which is B flat 7 in this case, he does that by really hitting on the E flat of F. And then, at that point, you really want to hear that 4 chord coming. And then he reinforces that with this great dominant 9 shape. So what he's doing is basically approaching the B flat 7 chord, and he's doing that with this shape, which is built on the 3rd, 5, flat 7, 9. And he would do that a lot, really outline a dominant chord by playing the 9 arpeggio, the dominant 9th arpeggio. And I found that most guitar players are not really familiar with those kinds of shapes, so it's worth your time figuring out different fingerings in different shapes for those dominant 7 and ultimately dominant 9 shapes, because they're really great in blues. So that's what he's doing here, and we'll see that shape come up with more modern players all the time. But he's anticipating that B flat. And he just kind of chromatically moves his way down until he's targeting that A flat and the D, which is the 3rd. So he's always targeting those guide tones of each chord, which is really important. And then he goes up and finishes it off with very common blues lick, and then he just puts a little grease on it at the end by hitting the A flat on the F. And we'll hear how he finishes that off when we play through the etude.